Altar server training, liturgical items to know. Surplice, an outer white garment worn over a cassock by clerics and altar servers. Tabernacle, a safe-like container in the church where the Blessed Sacrament is reserved. Candle lighter, a hollow brass rod with a wick inside used for lighting candles. The cup is used to extinguish candles. The wick should be left extended after use to prevent the cooled wax from sticking inside the rod. Processional cross, a crucifix which is carried in liturgical processions. Sanctus bells, a small set of bells rung during liturgy of the Eucharist to call attention to the assembly of the fact that a supernatural event is taking place on the altar. Incense boat, the small metal container that holds the incense. It has a cover and also contains a small spoon. Incense charcoal, flammable material placed in the thurible to burn the incense. Missal stand, a stand placed on the altar to hold the Roman missal. Thurible, the vessel in which incense is burned at liturgical celebrations. Chalice, a large cup or goblet used by the priest at Mass in which the wine is consecrated and becomes the precious blood of Christ. Purificator, a folded rectangular piece of white linen that is used to purify the chalice, ciborium, and the paten. Paten, a plate-like gold or brass-colored dish that holds the presider's host that will become the body of Christ. Chalice pall, A square cloth-covered piece of cardboard used to cover the chalice. Corporal, a square piece of linen placed in the center of the altar in which the Eucharist is consecrated. It folds up to contain any fragments of the body of Christ that might have scattered. Ciborium, a bowl-like vessel, sometimes with a lid, that contains the body and hosts of which are consecrated to become the body of Christ. Cruets, small glass vessels with a narrow neck and handle contains the water or wine. Lavabo bowl, a bowl used in washing the priest's hands after he has offered the bread and wine to the Lord and before the consecration. Pyx, a small container that is used to take Holy Communion to the sick and those confined to their homes. Credence table, a table used to hold objects necessary for the celebration of the Holy Sacrifice of Mass. Aspergillium, the instrument used to sprinkle people and objects with holy water. Elb, a long white garment that a priest and altar servers put on to celebrate the liturgical celebration. Beretta, a square cap with three ridges or peaks on which the upper surface is and it's worn by clergy. Cincture, a rope tied at the waist over the elb. As the priest puts on it, he says, "Gird me, Lord, with the cincture of purity, and that the virtues of chastity may abide with me." Chasuble, the sleeveless outer garment worn by the priest when celebrating Mass. As the priest puts it on, he says and prays, "O Lord, who has said, 'My yoke is sweet and my burden is light,' grant that I may so carry it to merit your grace." Cope, a cape-like vestment that is put over the shoulders and hangs to the ankles. Humeral veil, a long narrow shawl-like vestment used at benediction and when the Blessed Sacrament is carried in procession. Stole, a liturgical vestment composed of a strip of material worn by deacons, priests, and bishops. Book of the Gospels, a special book containing all the gospel texts used for liturgies of Sundays and solemnities. It is carried in the entrance procession and placed on the altar until the gospel acclamation. Lectionary, the book containing the scriptures readings for each Mass throughout the year. Monstrance, an elaborate gold vessel for displaying the sacred host. In the center is a small round glass the size of a host, which is the Blessed Sacrament can be seen. It is called the Luna. Paschal candle, a large candle lit from the new fire at Easter Vigil, symbolizing the resurrection of Christ. It is lit from the sanctuary during the Easter season until Pentecost. It is also lit for baptisms and funerals. Sanctuary lamp, A wax candle, generally in a red glass container, kept burning day and night whenever the Blessed Sacrament is reserved. Sacrarium, a sink in the sacristy that drains directly into the earth rather than to the sewer system. The sink is used only for sacred items or water used to cleanse items that have been used in contact with the Blessed Sacrament.